Hi, I'm Caleb.
Hi, I'm Darian.
And we are Tabletops.
A channel dedicated to all things tabletop.
Yes. And today, what are we going to do?
We're going to review 5-Minute Dungeon.
Yes, 5-Minute Dungeon. This is a wonderful, fun time, cooperative, real-time game.
Yes.
So what's the name of this game again?
The name of this game is 5-Minute Dungeon, and it was released in 2017. The length of it is between 5 to 30 minutes because you can go through more than one dungeon. You could also lose immediately. The player count is between 2 to 5 players, and the age is about 8+.
Yes, it sure is. So this game was published by Wiggles 3D. However, this also has gone through many iterations of publishers. So Spin Master Games, I believe, were the first people to do it, and then there were also a few others. Currently, Outset Games, they are the ones who own the properties to this, and thanks to them, we are reviewing this game. So they sent us a copy.
Thank you
very much. The type of game this is, as I said before, this is a real-time cooperative card slamming game, however you want to call this.
Yep.
And the complexity, you can teach this to
an 8-year-old.
An 8-year-old.
Literally the youngest they can go. But I think honestly,
I think kids can do it younger.
Yeah.
I will say, if you take the timer away, I think you can go even further. Maybe even a 4-year-old almost.
Oh yeah,
it's
a quick little. Maybe not using the asymmetric powers, but
Sure.
I think there's a way to do it.
Yeah. So during the setup of this game, you pick a hero from any kind of Dungeons and Dragons fantasy type realm.
Yeah.
So you're looking at wizards, rangers, barbarians, paladins, whatever else.
Yep.
And you pick them, and then you grab their deck. Everybody has a specific deck, and they have just a little bit, a few slightly different things in there. And there are also, on top of that, everybody gets a special power, a one-time ability power. And once you do, that's it for that dungeon. So, for example, the wizard can freeze time. Along with the time, let me explain the 5-minute thing. So, at the beginning of the game, before you start going into the dungeon to fight all these monsters and baddies, all you're doing is flipping a card. But before you flip that very first card, you start a 5-minute timer, or use the app. The app is amazing.
Yeah, so the app is really great, I think, for immersion and suspense. It also adds a little bit extra stress, I think, to the game than just using a normal timer, which you can use if you don't want to download that.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, for sure. Yeah, no, I think the music really, like you said, it kind of immerses you, and it makes it more stressful in a way.
Yeah.
So yeah, it does. So in this game, what you do is you start the timer and you flip over these cards, and you have to play these cards in your hand that match this symbol. So, for example, if it is like a flying goblin, where you're going to need 3 arrow cards, well, I could play an arrow card, and then somebody else could play 2 arrow cards. That monster's done. Some monsters actually have multiple things. So all these symbols, you have to match up, but what's great is that one person can take care of that monster, or you all talk around the table and say, okay, I got this, I need a bow and arrow, I need an arrow, and so
and
we
I would
throw
like
things
to
out.
preference too is that's one dungeon you're going through in that 5 minutes.
Correct. Yeah.
You're going through one dungeon. So like I said at the beginning, this game could be 5 to 30 minutes because there's multiple dungeons that you're going through. You can finish after one dungeon, which is 5 minutes.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so it's interesting because the dungeons get harder as they go, but the problem is that you still only have 5 minutes for each one.
Yeah.
So they do get more difficult, and then at the very end you fight this boss, and there's a lot of symbols. So you have to use all your resources as quick as you can before the dungeon closes or whatever happens. We'll all just kind of lose. And it's super intense. It is. It's very, you gotta think on your feet. You gotta know what you're doing. And if you run out of cards, you have to wait.
You really gotta be paying attention too.
Exactly.
You really gotta be in
Yeah.
it. You can't be one of those people who's lingering around as the game's playing. You gotta be paying attention.
Exactly, because if you run out of cards, you have to wait until somebody uses a healing card to give you more cards. There's other abilities too. But for example, if nobody has 2 shields and a bow and arrow or whatever it might be, then it's oh no, what do we do? Oh, there's an action card. So you have these action cards as well in your deck, and you can throw it out. It's takes out a monster immediately, or freezes time for a little while, or something like that.
But you kind of want to be careful for when you use them too, so there's a little bit of strategy behind the game, even though it's 5 minutes.
Exactly, it's right then and there. So that is essentially how it plays. Now we are going to go into our thoughts about the game. So here we go. You can start.
We're gonna go into first impressions.
Yes, go ahead.
And I would like to say that I did not think this game was going to work as well as it did. The 5-minute aspect of it really just was like, how are you gonna play a game in 5 minutes and it actually be like immersive and fun in that sense? And I was wrong.
Yeah.
So that was my first impression of it. I literally believed, like, I was like, how's this game going to work? I wasn't ever interested in it. And I was like, maybe it's a party game, which I do believe it's also a party game, but there's a little bit more strategy to it. It's more of like a family type game.
Yeah, it's a family strategy kind of
game.
Yeah, cool. I think for me, almost the same kind of deal, but as it's interesting because I never thought that it would do this, and this is why this is one of my first impression things, is that you almost need to play with the same people over and over again, so you can kind of get an idea of how... You
gotta understand each other, how you're playing.
Exactly. And then so you're realizing that, we can get further in all the dungeons if we all work together the same way, and if we use maybe the same characters or something like that. So it's funny that it's not that complex whatsoever, but it kind of does carry with the players around the table. So and I mean, I'll be honest, I don't know if it'll work better with more players or less. I think that it might work better with less because of the immense chaos of everybody throwing cards, and it gets, I mean, you're not even throwing them to a deck. It's a pile of cards.
Yeah, you're literally throwing a pile of cards. So that's why you gotta be paying attention.
You have no time to organize that.
Yeah.
You just like,
there's
it's so
gonna
crazy.
probably be that one person who starts trying to gather the cards to make them nice, but like it's never. That's why you gotta be looking. You gotta be paying attention to what's being thrown out on the on the board.
Yeah, exactly. So the components of this game, I'm actually quite shocked. The cards that are in the game are very well made, and probably because you're going to be
throwing them.
You're just going to be destroying these cards. Well, not destroying. I mean, I can't imagine how many times until they really get beaten up. But I mean,
the card stock is really well made, though.
It's
very durable. Like you can feel that, like you're going to get a while out of them.
Oh yeah, for sure. And I mean, the art is, I think, great. I think there's not much to it. It's
I
very
love
simple.
the backs of the cards because they all kind of connect.
Yes, they do. Yes, they actually make the 5-minute dragon on the box, and I think that's really cute. At first you don't notice it until you like kind of put them all together. Oh my gosh, no way! And the rule book shows it in there, obviously.
Yeah.
But and then to not spoil too much, we'll just show you like the first 2 dungeons. So here's one boss, and here's the other. Cardboard is actually pretty well made. It's not flimsy or anything like that.
It's cardboard.
Yeah, exactly.
But I mean, it's good quality.
Yeah, true.
It's not like that thin. It could tear or the edges could start flaring out by themselves.
Yeah, I mean, there's nothing. I mean, it's decent, and the characters are. Love
the designs of the characters. Like the character design, the art is amazing.
Yeah, it's super cartoony. It's very much like if D&D came back on television in like the late 2000s on Cartoon Network. Yeah. Like that, like it's almost like Codename Kids Next Door.
It's the theme of it is very, I mean, it's Dungeons and Dragons.
Yeah. Well, it's not Dungeons and Dragons.
It's not Dungeons and Dragons patented, but it is themed as like a dungeon crawler. It's a dungeon crawler.
Yeah, exactly.
Like a classic dungeon crawler with all the different characters.
Yes.
And the theme's very heavy in it.
Yeah.
I mean, like it's noticeable. You look at the box and you know.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I mean, I think it's funny because, with this theme, I mean, I don't know why it wouldn't be anything else. It just really works for it. It does. Yeah. It does. And we're huge on theme, obviously, to make sense.
Yeah.
And this one really does. I think it's great. So yeah.
To get into the replayability of it, I think this game could be replayed over and over and over and over again, and you're going to have a great time, or a stressful time, or both, every single time.
Yeah. I think that replay value for this is, it's not extremely high. I think that maybe the 30th time you're like, okay, I've seen all the cards, I've seen all the abilities.
But that's where they have 2 expansions out.
Yes.
So.
Yeah, it does change it up a little bit. But we're not going to review the expansion, maybe later or something like that. But we have tried the expansion along with this, but that's not what this video is about. So, So right now we are going to jump in to do a pro and a con, but we're going to start out with doing a con first.
Yes.
We want to change this up a little bit. See how this works. So cool. All right, we're going to write it down and see what we think. Okay, ready?
Mm-hmm.
3, 2, 1, reveal.
I wrote one kind of small, but it's fine.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
What was yours?
I put eventual card damage.
Hmm.
I'm big on keeping our games in good, condition.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's like the perfectionist in me.
Sure.
But so it does bother me that eventually, the more and more we play this, which I know we will be playing it, it's gonna get a little roughed up.
It sure will.
Yeah.
It sure. Yeah. I think I agree with that.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, mine was it is difficult to win. I'm gonna be honest with you. It's actually.
To be fair, though, I will say we have played it. Did we play it at 3 players?
Yeah, we did play it at 3, and then you and me tried it.
And we done it. And I think because it can go all the way up to 5, that maybe, just maybe, it's less difficult to win.
Yeah, I'm really not sure.
We don't know.
Here's the thing. I think that the balance is interesting because at higher player counts you have a smaller hand. At a lower player count you have more hands. So it's interesting because you have 2 minds working. I think it's like 7 cards for 2 people, and then it's like 3 cards for 5 people. I can't remember. It's something like that. So it does change depending on the player count. But,
I do think, though, if we did get to play it at a 5-player count, we would see a little bit more chaos happening and maybe getting through the dungeons a little bit faster.
Sure.
Just because we're all going to be throwing at the same exact time, getting things done.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. True.
But yeah, no, I definitely agree with yours. Just because we have played it at 2 players, I think the most, and it's been extremely stressful and difficult.
Yeah. That's true.
But
that's true.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's our con. Now let's go to our pro and one thing we like about it. 3, 2, 1, reveal. Let's see. What do we have? Fast-paced, ease of play, and I have player powers and cards. I'll go first since you.
Yeah.
Cool. So I think the most fun part about this, especially the first few times we played it, was like, oh, I can do this. It kind of reminds me a little bit of Marvel United, how there's like there's not a lot of things that you can do, but when you do something cool, you're like, oh, that's neat, because that makes sense for that character to do this thing. And so, again, I just enjoy when there's slight powers that don't overwhelm. Like, there's not like a billion things you can do.
Yeah.
It's just that little bit of a differentiation between the characters. So that's my thing. I like I think the most about it because it was just so cool to see. Oh, that's so cool. You can do that.
In
wow.
such a quick game.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. No, I agree.
Cool.
That kind of leads into mine a little bit because I love that it's so fast paced.
Yeah.
And I did put in parentheses the ease of play because I did want to make preference that because it's so fast paced, the ease of play is even like quicker to pick up.
So true.
And I think it's just one of those things that you can pull out at any gathering, like any get together that you have with people and you want to play a game. It's one of those ones that you can just pull out.
Yeah, and I probably should have said something like this too. Is along with that is this is kind of a game. If you don't like board games,
you can play this.
This is something cool. Yeah, it's something like
it's unique,
I can get into
it's
this.
It's different enough.
Yeah,
and it's like not.
Well, it's a sense of like for kids who love video games or like really fast like shooty stuff. This is it.
Yeah,
this is something that I'm gonna bust this out to show my friend who just loves video games or whatever or things like that.
Yeah, no, and like it being fast paced adds to the ability of someone wanting to play it because not a lot of people who are not into games want to sit down for like 30 minutes and play a game, but this one could only be like 5 minutes if you're doing one dungeon.
Yeah, that's true.
And I think it's just a quick and fun game, and that's why I love it. That's my favorite part about it is how quick and easy it is to play.
Cool. Yeah. Awesome. All right. So now we are going to go to
it's final thoughts time.
Yes, final thoughts.
Oh my gosh, and that means our ratings.
Yes, our rating. So
let's jump into our actual review numbers.
Yes, here we go. All right, here we go. Are you ready to reveal? 3, 2, 1. Wow, an 8 out of 10. I did a 5.5.
That's crazy to me. All right.
Yeah.
I'm going to go ahead and give my final thoughts.
I think we should start on somber note.
No,
Then
no.
end on a better note for you. Come on.
Fine. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Go into why you
Okay,
chose
this-
5.
this is
You know
not-
what?
this
Maybe
is not
it's
a
for
bad-
5 minutes. I'll give you.
And
maybe
there we go.
it's a fun.
It was purposeful. Yeah. No, I'm kidding. No, okay. This is not a bad review. I mean, this is not like negative to me. So, I mean, this is just like middle of the road average. It's a little above my cup of tea for games. I think it is a brilliant, very fun game. And if anybody asks me to play it, I probably will. I will maybe want to steer and do something else, especially right after. I think my thing is real-time games. It stressed me out to the point where sometimes I'm like, okay, like there's not much you can do with the timing of, it's like some people are slower, and I'm not saying that I am. I'm just saying that some people may not jive with, especially the people around the table. I think maybe I was slightly hoping for something just a bit different when I first heard about it. Not just that, a friend of mine said that this is one of his favorite games of all time. And I was like, oh, then that must be like amazing. And it is amazing. But for me, I don't know. It's.
Let me get into some better feelings.
Yeah, I'm rambling.
Yeah, he's just rambling at this point.
I want to say good things because again, this is not a negative hit.
So everything that he just hated on is sorry. Everything that he just dissed on a little bit is one of the reasons why I love it.
Yeah.
I love the stressfulness. I think it's a good way to get anybody into the game and to bring anybody together because you're all working together to figure this out. I love the fact that there's a timer involved, even though I do get, stressed out. The asymmetric powers in it and it being such a small game, I think is absolutely wonderful because it adds a sense of diversity between the players and just a little bit extra to such a simple game.
Yeah, I get that. It's like if you want to introduce somebody to something like
this is literally the reason why I love it so much is because you can bring it anywhere. You can play it with anyone. Yeah. Like someone is going to get into it and sit down and play with it. Like him saying, someone might be a little bit slower. That's fine because then it adds even more stress to the game. I think it adds a little bit more because then they're going to be like, okay, next time let's play it again and I can try to be a little bit faster. Like it's going to get people ramped up to want to keep trying.
That's kind of a good point, yeah.
So that's 8 out of 10 for me.
Yeah. Well, and I think it helps for the theme for you because
I love dungeons. It's not even D&D. I love a good dungeon crawl
or fantasy too.
Fantasy.
Just like
and I also do want to just say it's a family game, so it's like you can play it, like I said, with anyone.
Yeah.
Kids really included, and that's it. I think it's wonderful.
Yeah. True. Cool. All right.
Now, quick little reference as to what BGG has it rated as is a 6.9.
Okay, that's not. Yeah,
you have a 5.5.
Okay, well, 6.9 is still, like, I mean, that's not bad at all. Yeah, that's good. Cool. So to wrap up, we did enjoy this title. I think that we did. Again,
some more than others. But I did also want to go ahead and say another thank you to Outset Games.
Yes, for sure.
For letting us review this game for them. We enjoyed it, we play it, and I definitely want to show it to more people in our family and friends.
Yeah, for sure. And I think eventually, we would like to revisit this and talk about it again. I'd be surprised to see if it ends up in our top 50 or something like that.
Thank you guys so much for watching. As always, we enjoy hearing from you guys and continue to share this with your friends.
Yes, please do. And until next time, we'll see you in the next video.
Bye.